Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas. Maybe Echo, Rocksteady. We talked about it, really. Cheryl, Terry, Sheree, the deal for real. It's good to see all of y'all. Do you? Some people don't like that intro. Um, it's. I tried to pick a lot of meaning. It stands on. I talked to you, listened. Rocksteady, you're a mess. And put the link in case anybody's out there that wants to join. Are y'all as nervous as I am? It's like, I don't know. I'm nervous. Hey, Cola. Good to see you. Cola links right there. Marshmallow Man. Good to see you. Silver Girl. So if any of y'all want to come up, you can. I'm going to be giving out gifts because it's Christmas time. And I really do appreciate all of y'all. Hey, Sandy. Missing a whole lot of people this Christmas, and I think a lot of us are. Um, Goodness, we've had so many people come and go. And yeah, just a different night. Well, it is sort of. So it's the 7th. Any of y'all seen any aliens running around? I just got done watching the Texas Georgia game. That was a really good game. They went into overtime. So, What Life, if you're listening, your dogs did it. They won. Hey, Sean, Gima Merkel. Gima, that all sounds great except for the Speedo. No Speedos. Sugar Sweets, good to see you, man. Got your fudge made. I just have to get tomorrow. I'll ship everything out, everything from tonight, and everything else. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, Monday. Nothing is open for me to ship tomorrow. Don't want to touch it. Just be okay. I get it. I don't know. I kind of like that to be a surprise. I think it's more interesting to see to just hide the goods. I agree, Marshmallow Man. Thank you. I guess when I was growing up, when we were going to the YMCA at the swimming pool, that's the first time I saw Speedos, and it was just not a good sight. I'm sorry. It, no. Maybe a towel or something. Okay, rock steady. You do that. Gma Merkel, you see that? Rock steady's volunteering to be the eye candy. Oh, goodness. Um, hmm. Wonder, check. I'm going to say check 3 times. Check, check, check. Carl, Carl, Carl. What life, what life? Oh, there's 1,000 other names. Not 1,000, but there's some very dear people to me that haven't been here in a long time, and they're very missed. Hey, Donna, good to see you. Yeah, I thought I'd let everybody get in here before I start. So we're going to do the number thing. Don't put in numbers yet. I have a tablet to write on, to write the number and who won it. And hey, Gigi, good to see you. Can you see the link, Gigi? You want to come up? But I want everybody to have a chance to win. I was going to put it in private chat so somebody could help me, but I want everyone to have a chance. And if y'all don't want it, say so and we'll redo it. Or if you want to gift it to someone in the chat. Either way. And these hotties in gold bikinis waiting. He liked the view. Same gold bikinis. Craisins in the sun. Brazil. That was a crazy show. I've seen some bridezillas decorating for weddings, and boy, they can get. I saw my sister absolutely break down. Excuse me. It is cold here, y'all. Okay, it's only 45 right now, but it's been raining, just like a constant raining, and keep hearing sirens, and there's my chair popping. What did I just see? I'm going to drop it again. I can do this without messing up. Leaf tickets against Washington. Hockey. Yeah, them dogs beat us. It was a good game, overtime and all. It was that's I was rushing around and had the game going, and I was like, "It's tied. Yes, we got a chance. At least it wasn't a skunk like the one here." Hey, Rich Runner, good to see you. Excuse me. Watching people loaded is pretty funny too. Hi, Jen. How are you? Cold and rainy in West Texas today. Yes, it hits your bones. Got this sweater that I keep draping over my shoulders, but and I did turn the heat up a little. My daughter will probably be yelling at me in a minute, but I only put it up to 72. Not North Texas too. Dang, I guess we're just getting covered with it. So just out of curiosity, did y'all see white lines before all this happened? Because I did. Hey, Kapner, good to see you. It's been a minute. 14 days, and I'll be there in the great state of Texas. Awesome, Rock. So do you still have family here, Rocksteady? And I know you, I thought you took your mama back with you. Still intrigued. Good to see you. I hope y'all are staying safe and warm. And I know up north it's got to be worse. Yeah, there you go. Snow and wind. That's crazy. Hey,
What's
Cola.
up? Hey, I didn't really I heard you saying something about putting something in private chat and somebody to help you, and I'm like, well, I don't want to leave you hanging. I don't really know. I thought that's what you were talking about now, but I wasn't really sure.
Yeah, oh, I've been all over the place, but yeah, I was thinking about putting the number in private chat so whoever was on panel could help me watch for it. But I have it on my phone too. I should be able to catch it, but it starts moving pretty fast when they start throwing numbers out there, and it's like, yeah, because it's got to be the first one who does it. And
Yeah, so if perchance you accidentally get this and somebody goes, no, I said it first, and you have to like take it away from somebody and give it to somebody else or something. It's-
right,
that's hopefully that doesn't happen.
yeah,
That's my kind of luck. I'll be the second one. No.
I hope it's not because you've been sick, Catherine. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Larry. Good to see you. Oh, it's
You know something I'm pretty excited about? It's really random. But Jamie Foxx, the comedian, well, actor comedian, is going to come out with a special on the 10th. And so there's been all these rumors because you remember he was sick and all that. And there's been these
yeah,
rumors that like P. Diddy was behind this mystery illness and supposedly he's going to address it. The name of the special, I think, is like what had happened was. Oh my God, I'm so into it. Like I'm like a little kid. I'm so excited because if he really comes out with it, and
yeah,
I'm like trying to make sure I watch it because I know if I don't watch it right when it comes out, then YouTube's gonna like put all the good parts out, in clips.
right.
I'm all excited. I can't wait. But it's only the 7th. I'm like, oh, I always hate it when I find out about stuff I want to see like way ahead of time. I want to find out like the day before. So I don't have to wait. I'm so
No
excited.
patience.
What's that?
No patience.
No, none at all. Exciting though. Like, I mean, I have a feeling it's going to be one of those clickbait situations where I wait and I'm all excited, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, it didn't happen," or makes some jokes about it, and then says, "Y'all are crazy" or something. But
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're using that to advertise a little bit. It's working on me, I tell you, because I don't remember what I saw at first, but they mentioned the rumors first, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's coming out with a show." I'm like, "Oh my goodness, it's gonna be awesome."
Best life, Eric. Good to see y'all. And I'm glad Mama's feeling better. Okay, Kapner. What you giving away? We'll see. Yeah, just stick around to find out. You're not being mean. Oh, can't seem to get enough water. Nerves. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of blown away by you being nervous. Like I'm used to being nervous, but like I don't know.
Because I know I have to turn my camera on when I start the giveaway. And yeah, it, it's stage fright. That's all I can think of to call it. I haven't been able to eat today. It's just been a weird day. Um, I don't know what today means. It doesn't really stand out in my brain right now, but it could be, I don't know. But some strange things have been happening, like in the paranormal realm
In
at
your immediate life, like in your house?
not in my house, but in so my daughter moved into my mother's house. Hey, Elaine, good to see you. Pearl Harbor, that's it. Harbor Day.
Hmm.
I knew that that was one today. Um, but anyway, so she's moved into my mother's old house, and um, the doors swinging back and forth, and things are moving around, and
Hmm.
I think it's, I mean, I, I don't know. I don't know if it could be my mom or my grandmother or what's up, but um,
Well, the house has been there a while, right? Like, had there ever been stuff like
yeah,
that before at other times?
it's been there over 30 years. When my
And
mother would play the piano, she said she could swear she could hear my grandmother and my uncle dancing. And so I don't know. Um,
huh. I do. I mean, I feel like stuff like that can be busy at one time and then go away or die down just
yeah,
because of my grandmother's house. When all my aunts and uncles, I never really had any big deal with that same house, but like all my aunts and uncles, she had 6 kids. There used to be stuff all the time. Like there was like a specific image, like a woman, and a lot of people would mistake that woman for my grandmother because she was short like my grandmother, but it was like a blonde, and people were just like, "Yeah, the little blonde girl." It was actually really creepy when they would talk about it, and I would always think, "Whew, I'm glad." I was a little scaredy cat. I was like, "I'm glad that here anymore," you know? But, like, they
yeah,
said they think it's because there was just so much more kids or something, and, like, once all of those grew up, like, there were way I had, like, me, my cousin, and my brother, and, like, 2 second cou there wasn't, like, a lot of children, and they weren't in the house, like, all 6 of those kids were in the house, but, yeah, I don't know, it was, like, a real big thing when and everybody knew about it, but, like, by the time I was around, not much of anything ever happened,
yeah,
um so it can die down. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't understand it either. People always ask ghosts or demons or this or that, and I don't know how we're supposed to be certain about anything, you know?
yeah. And have you heard of the reborn Notre Dame thing? That is going on.
I guess not.
I hadn't either, but it's it. I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Echo's talking about it in chat.
Yes,
Bridgewater Notre Dame.
that's
Hmm.
and it's there's pictures of it. I don't know. I'll have to see if I can find a picture and see what's going on with that. What the actual meaning of it is. Also, reborn kind of sounds. I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's
have no
gonna be
idea.
curious.
I haven't heard a thing.
Yeah.
See, I stay over here in the land of this comedian is going to out P. Diddy, I guess. I don't know how I came across that, but it was like a day or two ago, and I just keep thinking about it. I'm like, God, it's only the 7th. I'm thinking maybe I'll be, because of my backward schedule, I might catch like in the middle of the night or the morning if they do it like, a midnight or 2 in the morning thing, like on the 9th. I'm just going to be so mad if I miss it and it's all over YouTube because I want to watch the whole thing, and I'll be disappointed if there's nothing in there, but I still would like to see the special. He did one years and years ago. And I can't remember the name of it, but he kept talking about Africa the whole time, and he'd go like Africa, and then he would make these little sounds like making it. I don't know how to explain it, but I always thought it was pretty good. He was pretty funny in it, and so I think he'll do a good stand up, even if there's no juicy gossip. But I feel like it might, maybe. I mean, I don't know. They've just been so vague enough that if he just dispels the rumors and says, "Oh, it's not true," but I'm going to say some funny things, you can't really be mad. They're just going to, because people are going to watch. At least I know I am. I'm over here promoting it, and I don't even get a kickback, But I can't. I feel like a lot of people are going to watch that. I'm excited too.
There's Wildlife. I'm sure he's a happy guy today. There's the link. What? Um. So Savagely said, "Is it something like turtles all the way down?" Elaine said, "Church burnt down. All evil ones are gathered today, reopening."
What the heck?
Ooh.
I have not been at any news today at all.
Echo said most of the world leaders were there, and um, I'll just say Trump was there. Um, this live said when they rebuilding it because it caught on fire, the cathedral, question mark. Hey
That's
Sharon, good to see you.
the same thing.
Yeah, wildlife. Donna said that too. Go dog. It is simply the reopening of Notre Dame after the major fire that closed. Notre Dame College, or I don't. There's wildlife.
What's up?
Evening, ladies.
Are you happy? Happy?
Go Bulldogs, baby. Go Bulldogs. SEC champions.
Did you go to the game?
I was there in spirit.
Yep.
As much as I yelled at the TV, I should have had a stock in it, I'm sure.
Cathedral.
I lived up to the hype.
Yes, that was Zelensky was there, Trump, some Bidens. Interesting, huh? I don't know. I'll have to check it out still. I want the whole story.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably hear about it for a week now. But I just hadn't heard it yet. I haven't been into the news.
What happened?
The opening of Notre Dame.
When was that?
today. I
That
think
is. It just confirms we're in one big matrix. Because yesterday I was just talking about Notre Dame, the whole
really.
process of them, rebuilding it and after the fires and everything. Huh?
Terry said her husband was yelling at the TV too.
Hmm. Oh, I'm sure.
So Savage Lee said the cathedral in France burnt by radical Muslims that have overrun Paris. Sad. It was a masterpiece for hundreds of years. Oh,
Oh yeah.
Dr. Jill Biden was sitting next to Mr. T. There was footage of a guy walking on its balcony, and UN wanted to make it a diversity place. Kula knows how to yell at the TV watching football.
Yeah.
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 What was Quasimodo during all this? What did he have to say about it?
Hunchback wasn't there to save it. So is it Notre? It's not Notre.
It depends on who says it. I feel like it's tomato, just depends on who's saying it.
You know what? And that's during the game. I loved hearing the refs. I love hearing that Georgia accent. And you could hear it even in the refs.
Oh, yeah.
I just like accents.
Me too.
Guy dressed up in mid-east armor robe on the balcony. Wow. No trick. Dang. Not Notre. Okay. Well, that's how I say it, but I can get things wrong. We have a river, and it's called the Pedernales, but everybody calls it Pedernales.
Bert and Alice.
Pedernales.
That sounds like a TV show. Tonight on Bert and Alice.
Hey, Arkwell, man. Good to see you.
To see y'all.
So what do you think? We should do one like every 30 minutes. That's an hour and a half. Yeah.
Just a guest. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Just enjoying the ride.
I was just worried you're going to have to do it by yourself. I was like, man, I'm just going to come up there so she's not alone at least. And private chat. I couldn't believe usually you have 2 or 3 people,
Right.
It's early, I guess, for the night owls.
Sean said same thing as the Grim Reaper at Prince Charles, King Charles event. Weird stuff. Unfortunately, your votes have accepted Zionist Muslimhood in. Okay.
Today was a good day. Like the song.
2,063 days since Notre Dame burned down till today. Top 5 gematria results.
Yeah.
The birds have sung, let the pigeons loose. Today was a good day. Decoded Mary Magdalene and Mark Allen King, the final code to crack for the second coming. Finds Facebook for Devil November, Water Below. Good evening, Navy Vet. Goodness.
I mean, I don't really I guess they just come. I don't really understand it that well, but I know people that I've seen streams and things where people do it, and it just like comes up with whatever the letters and the note have number and value, and I don't really understand it that well, but I don't think that was the song. But when I saw it, I was like thinking, well, maybe that. I was like, I don't know. The first thing that popped in my head was that old song.
It's
I
the,
don't know.
it's the 83rd year anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Yes.
That happened today, 83 years ago,
Yeah.
1941. Japan awoke a sleeping giant.
Yep. That's a questionable thing too, isn't it? It's one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Owen Schroyer and Big Mike there on Big Mike there.
I don't know. I clicked the link over here. I got my phone muted though. It says, "Did Michelle Obama drink to Notre Dame Cathedral fire?" I think there's a video. I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, there's another link, I guess. But yeah, I didn't want to make noise, but I was just curious too. Probably. I don't know. You could put. I don't know if you put this is type of thing. If you put it up, might take you down, huh? I can't tell if it's supposed to be a video or an article because I'm on my phone with it.
Can you put it in private chat?
It's right there. Yeah, I can. I guess I can try.
I can't link.
You got to move. I don't know if I can or not, Bonnie. I bet you Wildlife probably can. So, just because I know you know technology better than me, would I get described as a grandma trying to do something or something like that? That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember how it was said. It was pretty mean for real, but I was like, well, can't really argue.
Oh, she was on the river in Paris during the fire.
Mm.
And I guess that's a video.
Yeah, it looks like it might be good. I can't tell how long it is either, but it's on. I don't know. Am I crackling? I'm sorry if I am. I literally I went and used my laptop instead because sometimes my phone crackles. It might just be on my end though, I guess.
I don't hear any crackling. It sounds good to me.
Good. I can't find it.
Took a photo during the toast fire I'm losing it, either in background or reflected in the wine glass. Unless the Lord builds the house, its builders labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchmen stand guard in vain. I mean, I was there for the 50th Real Trippy Day. We were behind the gun. Asked what the boss thought. He said it looked different from the air. Jaw-dropping moment. Requested by Grandpa Bush, Pearl Harbor, 9/11, and Bush Sr. continued. Keep voting in terrorists, government infiltration. I don't agree with that. I don't want to hear nothing that was some carrots talking to you, Watla. Hey, Al Bundy. Good to see you. All right.
I won't say nothing, Garrett. Won't say anything at all, my friend.
It was a good game. It was a nail biter there at the end. I mean, when it was tied in the fourth quarter, right?
It was it broke a couple records. It was the first SEC championship game to never score a first down in the first half, and it was the first SEC game in history to go into overtime.
Wow. Yeah. They played good. That one player injured. I was worried about him going back out there with his arm not moving.
Oh, Carson Beck, yeah, he's tough. It could be all right.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying that the refs gave Georgia that game. They always say that. I don't agree with that.
Oh my goodness.
Texas ain't out of it. They're still in it. They're still in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I saw, that they could.
It took me the entire time, but I did finally get it over there. I tell you, I don't know why. It's like stuff like that copy paste so easy for everyone else. I'll try it. I got a touch screen, but it also has the clicky mouse part. And
Mhm.
I try to do it with the touch part, and like the word copy or the symbol doesn't come up. So I do it with the keypad, and half the time it's like so simple. Somebody else will just tap, 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 have it done in 4 seconds. Then I finally get it. I go over there and it won't paste. So I do it I finally get it and I finally pasted it. But I'm just saying, like, it pisses me off because I know that it does take me I don't know, maybe I'll get it down. I'm not used to it yet, but because I don't do it very often, but I managed barely. It's embarrassing. I don't know why I'm so bad at it. Like I said, sometimes it'll show up and sometimes it doesn't show up, the option to either paste or the option to either copy.
Excuse me. Cola, I totally understand. I have done numerous things that haven't been so great. One night, I I think I blocked Lisa Anderson, but when that happened, it was by accident. It wiped out the whole chat. The whole chat just disappeared, and I was like, "Oh my god! Somebody help me get them back!" I don't know. If that's on YouTube, I should be able to play it. But
It's not YouTube. I don't think it's like I don't know,
and
but
but if it's well, Sean dropped it, so it was in chat. Okay, I'll just leave it alone. But I want it up there so I can see it. All right, ready to do one. Oh
Let's
my
do it.
goodness. Would 5 to 7 p.m. Mondays be a good nighttime for education call? To not go head to head with you. And Sean, don't worry about me. So is 5 to 7 your time or my time? We'll see what the CFP committee does tomorrow, but I think they're going to screw Texas out of the playoffs. Yeah. Yeah, Mad Max World. I don't think I can play that one. I love America. We got some serious crappy ass folks here. Hallelujah. All right. All right. All right. Oh, oh my goodness. Here we go. And I have my glasses on because I got to see. All right. So the first one, this is somehow I ordered two, but not at the same time. Didn't know I had one, and I ordered another one, and so it's brand new. It's not used or anything. Kind of unusual. I don't even know who would be interested in it, but I would. I have to. So this is a leg strap holster.
oh, that's cool.
and it does extend. It's like, and it's for the right side leg, right leg.
Giving away a garter belt.
Fixed to a belt. It's not a garter belt. Holster.
Badass garter belt with the
Yeah.
gun.
Holster goes down here. It's, I mean,
It's even better.
a lot of Velcro. I'm not gonna display it on my leg. Have a dress on. Yeah, no. I'm gonna just anyway. That's first one is a leg holster, right side.
So yeah, if you didn't have a dress on, you just put that on the outside of your jeans, kind of thing.
Or under your dress or wherever you want it.
You have to, yeah. It's kind of
Well, I got it to go under my dress. It's surprises.
surprise.
Yeah.
Put water gun, that's all I have.
Talk about a Saturday night special.
Yep. Okay, so let me think of a number. It's got to be something off the wall. Yep, that's a good one to begin with. Okay. Is it big enough for a nine? You know, I'm not real sure. I would say, is it's okay. So this is it opened up. And then it's got straps everywhere. Has a strap inside to hold it in. I'm not sure. I would say so because that would be more narrow than a revolver. And so there. And that's why I wanted to do this now. So everything can get out in time for Christmas if you want it to be a Christmas present for somebody or, I mean, it's up to y'all how y'all want to do this. We just started an air rifle. Kill him with karma. Good to see you. Nice hair, dude. Oh, no, it's not. It's like a mess. Nicole, good to see you, sweetie. Okay. So, numbers between 1 and 50. And I'll type it to start, and then I'll type it to end whenever somebody gets the number. Does that sound okay?
All right.
Okay. Everybody ready? Go. Hey, Carolina. Oh, okay. Stop.
That it, huh?
That was quick. Who did I see? I think, let me make sure. Stands alone. Stands alone. You are the winner of the poster.
Congratulations.
So, let's see. So I'm gonna put my email in the chat, and then get a hold of me so I can get your address if you at, at oh yeah. This isn't the one I use all the time. Okay. I think I got it right. Awesome. Stands alone. I'm glad you're happy with it. Cool beaners. Okay, there's one. 30 minutes. We'll give another. 9:15, right? And I can turn my camera off now, right? Yeah. Hey, Victor. Good to see you. Yes, Garrett, my camera was on. Thank you, Garrett. Wiggle, wiggle. Oh, they y'all still don't have mail service in Canada. That really stinks. No Christmas cards coming in or anything. Now let's see if I can wrap this back up and put it in bags so it'll be. Quiet.
That was a pretty cool giveaway, Bonnie.
Thank you. Oh, it gets better.
I think that'll be my favorite one you gave away, no matter what you give away. That was cool as shit.
Oh. Did you guess?
No, I didn't. I thought you were going to put it in the private chat, so I didn't want to. And even if I would have, I wasn't. I feel like I was going to. I was trying to think what I had thought when you said something, and I was thinking you were going to say 1 to 100, and I think I was going to pick 77. So when you said 1 to 50, it really threw me off. I was like, well, can't pick 77 anymore. And like I said, I didn't know being up here. I thought you were going to type in the private chat and then type it again, and so I was like, well, I can't,
And I was going to do that, but I want y'all to have a chance too.
Yeah, I'm not that lucky. Like I said, I picked the wrong number. I picked and the wrong numbers. Like,
And you can pick more than one number. I mean, it's.
Oh wow, I didn't know this. You're just oh wow. This reminds me of those word games where you just keep typing them, and as long as you're the first one, it counts for you.
Yes, yes.
So, but if you type it after somebody else, then it doesn't count for nothing.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I didn't know that either. I feel like a lot of people are missing out too, just not realizing or not being here, because sometimes you have a lot of people.
Well, I've had it up for over a week. So they knew.
Yeah, I kind of forgot too. I just heard you, and I was like, man, I hope if she needs help, I want to be able to, I don't want to leave her hanging. But I still had no idea what we. I don't feel like we did anything. We just chilling with you. We just sat here.
Hey, Big Charming. And I appreciate that. I always appreciate my panel, whoever.
Good evening, B.
We knew I'm the winner. Come on now. Benjamin, good to see you.
You know, it was pretty cool.
What?
Before the game today, I went out to the flea market just to walk around. I said, well, heck, it's the first of the month. Somebody should be selling something. And there was this guy out there, and he had some Coca-Cola bottles. Me and him got to talking, and I looked through. I bought quite a few from him, but one of them, it was from the Athens, Georgia bottling plant. I thought that was pretty cool.
Cool.
Found one from Athens, Georgia, and one from Dublin, Georgia.
Hey, Lily, good to see you.
Man, the guy got to talking, and make a long story short, he ended up knowing my granddad.
Oh, wow.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, I remember your granddad. I used to buy bottles from him." I said, "Yeah, he had a bunch of them."
Yeah. Today I went through, my mama had all of us a little treasure chest. It's a little metal, looks like one of those little old lunch boxes.
Yeah.
And so she had each one of us a treasure chest with our name on it. And today I was going through it. I don't know why I waited so late. Anyway, today I was going through it. And so there's some of the really tiny crochet needles from my great grandmother. And because she used to make the doilies and all of that. I have a whole tub full of those. And but some of the coins, I was like, whoa. There is one from 18. I don't know, but I should have looked in there sooner. So now I'm trying to figure out, how do I put those? How do I keep those? Just keep it in the treasure chest, or do I want them laid out? I don't know.
You can buy like little sleeves or little things to put those in, or heck, you could even make some yourself. Just get you like some clear, I don't know, plastic, see-through plastic, and some cardboard. You can make your own little sleeves for them.
Okay. Yeah, I've never been a coin collector, so I don't. But I've seen some of the coin collector channels through some of the others, like I think Indies and
Certain ones are worth more just because the higher silver content,
mm-hmm.
Or even like old pennies when they were actually copper instead of just like copper clad.
Yeah. Be charming. That's what I'm thinking. bury that stuff. I saw this video. I know I watch the weirdest things. It just pops up and it catches my interest, and I don't know why. And I was sitting there and watching it, and I thought that was 30 minutes wasted out of my life.
Yeah.
But it was this guy, and it was this, I mean, a gigantic tree, dead tree stump that in a cemetery, and he was cutting it up. And he got to a certain spot, and he started pulling out this, looked like, I mean, it's ancient, netted bag looking, it was all shredded, but there was these coins in it. And he was putting them on a stump as he was finding them, and he found a pretty good haul. And I'm sure those were dated because they were inside of the tree, like had grown inside the tree.
Hmm.
Jen saw it. See, I'm not the only one that watches weird stuff.
I watch really out there stuff, but then sometimes I watch stuff that I know would be so boring to somebody else on purpose, like because I'm trying to like not go down rabbit holes. I'm just trying to like last night I totally watched. Oh my God, this is so dumb and embarrassing, but I'll tell you anyway. But I was just like kind of not trying to think too hard and watch something lighthearted, and I watched Joey Gladstone from Full House interview Jodie Sweetin or Stephanie Tanner or whatever. They were just sitting at this desk and they like read some of the script of the show and they kind of talked about memories. It was so just waste of time, you know, but it was also nothing stressful about it. Nobody was going to get bombed, nothing terrible, you know, just these two people.
Yeah.
Show I used to watch growing up. What'd you say?
He just agreed with you. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's embarrassing. It's stupid, but I totally did. And like every once in a while, and then right after that, I saw because I watched that show growing up, and there was a show when I was a kid called Boy Meets World, and that was in the suggestions after I watched Full
Yeah, I
House.
remember Boy Meets World. Yep. I used to
Man,
watch that.
So it was almost like low key conspiracy. It was pretty funny. It was like killing me because they were like what's it called?
Topanga.
Yeah, I remember her. But the video was how the older brother kind of just went completely nuts on the show. And, you know, I remember that, but I didn't really give it much thought because it was not so watching this guy, it was pretty funny, like explaining what caused it. It was just kind of funny, like how serious the video was about something it wasn't even, but it was weird. Like, I don't know if you remember that, but like at first he was kind of like a ladies' man and there were like a lot of girls around him. And then he kind of got weird as hell. He started doing, and he was like dumb sometimes, but smart at others. And I don't know. It's just like, I guess it wasn't meant to be taken that seriously. But like I said, I was just watching stuff that meant nothing, just kind of killing brain cells. I was like, I just didn't want anything serious, you know?
Yeah.
But definitely watch the weird stuff and the conspiracies too.
Yeah. And well, yeah, I like to watch the conspiracies, but yes, it is good to get out of the news sometimes and just because, oh my goodness, some of my headlines, I just seeing the very beginning of the headline and knowing what it's about, I'm like, I just can't even look at it, and I'll just delete it right then.
Right.
Just, you know, mother punching a 6-month-old baby or something like that. Those I just can't even go into. It's just like, just stop right there. Just delete.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff out there with it. I always wonder, like, was this kind of stuff happening all the time and the news wasn't as readily available? Or is it like trending and to hurt babies and do this weird murder in them? And just, it's like, I see stuff like that all the time too.
I think that it's always happened, but for whatever reason, they're really putting the focus on it now. And I don't know if it's to really show us how pathetic the human race has gotten, or if it's to distract or I don't know. Um, it's just so sickening sad to me that people are out there like that. It just
No, it's unbelievable.
it is.
It's both. I mean, it's just evil. Evil just naturally exists. But when you live in a world where mental health is totally disregarded, physical health's totally disregarded, and people just like you said, lost, it definitely amplifies it.
Yes.
Now, if somebody else is maybe having some crazy thoughts, they go onto a chat room or social media, they see someone else talks about it, so it gives them motivation. It makes them think, okay, yeah, I could do this. Whatever they nefarious idea they may be thinking about.
Yeah.
And some people are just so sick and twisted, they see it as their 15 minutes of fame, I guess.
Yeah, that's the worst kind. Like crazy, like went out of your mind on drugs, which is still terrible. But I'm just saying, like, you could almost, I can't imagine that going so far out of your mind and then coming back to it, realizing what you did. That's why I'm not sure why more of them don't kill themselves. Like, I could not imagine
Yeah.
being either whacked out on drugs or like, I don't know what, there's really no excuse. I'm just saying that fame is like the worst. Yeah, everybody will talk about me like that's the worst kind of human. At least somebody, if they were on drugs that didn't know what they were doing or blacked out, still terrible, but like not intentional.
Yeah.
I love Roseanne. I swear I do. I know she's a little crazy, but she is awesome. She's like, she's so much fun. My favorite thing, I want to tell you this. I think I may have already told you this, but I'm not sure where, but so right around the second election, apparently Obama was like posting this on Twitter, this kind of like, oh, setting it up, sort of like what, it's going to might take a long time for these votes and, just kind of setting up the steal, so to speak, or something like that. And she said, like, whenever occultic things, like they put it out there as predictive programming or they say something and you just don't say anything or you just talk about it with somebody else, it's like part of the spell or something like that. She's like, but if you notice it and you see what they're doing, say I do not consent. And so she posted I do not consent under Obama's little message or Twitter or tweet or whatever. And then she told other people and like made it. And then all kinds of like regular everyday people started writing under his post, I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. And like, so that was the one I was watching. It was with her son. He goes, I think you're the reason he won the election. He's like, you stopped it. Last time we didn't know to do that. You didn't know that. But now after everything, you got everybody to say that they don't consent and you stopped it. I know it's kind of corny, but I mean, it made me think. Like, that's a good point. Nobody argued with it. We were just kind of like, we didn't even know what could happen yet. So how could you argue with it? We weren't having any idea. But I don't know. I think there is something to that. Like occultic, like we'll show you what we're about to do to you. And then if you don't say anything, we get to do it or something. I don't know exactly how it works, but all the movies and shows and everything, they're there for a reason. There's like some kind of weird, like I said, it's almost like if we show you and you don't say nothing, you're ready. You want to do it or some kind of weird ordeal like that. But yeah, that's something she said. And I thought this lady, she's kind of crazy, but you almost have to be kind of crazy to learn all the crazy shit that, and still have your head about you after finding out how crazy stuff really is.
Yes. And all of them that have seen the rituals there.
Sorry. I like dogs, not cats. So if anything, I'd be a crazy dog lady.
So Sean said it'll keep happening if the people don't assemble and return to self-governance. Agreed. Elaine said, yep, it's called deflection following evil. Consent of the governed. Correct.
There was some people set up at the flea market today talking about a Georgia assembly. I didn't get a chance to talk to them. I wanted to, but every time I kept coming by, there were just so many people talking to them. All you could really do is just kind of listen a little bit at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to send you an email about that.
Uh,
There is a Georgia one,
but
actually.
with the talks and everything, I did hear him say. I think he said they're going to be set up again out there tomorrow. So I might ride back out there tomorrow, a little earlier maybe.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the way, is just to talk to people and see where they're at, and because it really doesn't take that many people to build an assembly. And um, if anyone's looked at those sites, Sean's on it. um, the when you watch the Monumental documentary, it tells you what they planned. I showed y'all that with the monument that has everything described on it as how it should be. That's one thing that our forefathers left for us. And then, hey, Dave, good to see you. I forgot where I was going now because I read the chat. You read the chat and like,
Talking about it, different assemblies.
excuse me. Yes. And that's, it's more like a teaching, I think, of what it is and how to do it. And there's your link, Watt, if you want to grab it for Georgia.
I think there's a lot of time because it's confusing because we all are so eager and want to learn things, but for some people it's hard that you have to unlearn things before you can learn the proper way.
Yes.
You have to unlearn the lies you've been told, unlearn what you've been told is true or how to do certain things.
Yes. And it's completely different than what we've been taught. So it's like, it didn't take just one time. Learning it. It's a ongoing experience. Hey, Indy, good to see you.
Yeah, you figure it took us our whole lives to get to this very moment right here, right now.
Hey, Andy. You had a really good show last night. I was there. That's one of the times I stay from beginning to end. I usually leave and come back. I didn't leave one time last night.
It was good. And yeah, I always feel like I'm saying something stupid or like I'm getting argumentative, and I absolutely don't intend to do that. But the one man that was speaking, Lowry, I think it was, I was in disagreement with him, and but I don't think I said it rudely or anything. Just
I don't think you did either, and I love it. I love it when you speak up and stuff because you are so, like just let anybody else talk and kind of passive about it. So I was like, yeah, say what you got to say. Like that's the whole point, right? That's what I was thinking. I didn't think you were rude at all. I thought you were just saying what you thought, and I don't think he thought you were rude either. You were just, this is what I think.
Yeah, I enjoy the conversation part. I enjoy the music too, but I really like the conversation because I can't keep my mouth shut.
I about fell over when that girl held his harmonica. I'm telling you, I about fell out of my chair. I was not ready. I was like, he's got an assistant. This is wild. I was laughing. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. And what was it? There was something. No, when D Dog came up, he was like, I could tell you something. I can't remember what it was, how he put it. And I said, please do. I wish you would, or something like that. And then he did. And I was like, because we need to look at all sides. It's like that's what got us into this, is believing one way, like the road's only going one way and you're on it. And whenever you really examine every side of it, every aspect, and hear all these different points of views and perspectives, it opens your mind to other possibilities. And that's what we need to be doing, is keep an open mind, because I've seen people say that we're going to be shocked. I've seen people say that, I mean, even in the Bible, it says some men's hearts won't hold up. And so it's like, you know, have your mind open to every possibility. I'm not as open-minded as I probably should be about the aliens. I think that that's a distraction, and I think that it is being done by our own. And that's just my personal opinion, though. I'm sure some people have seen things that they're all in, but good, Elaine. Oh well. So it's been 30 minutes.
Hmm.
I'm just
Yeah.
sitting here. I don't know if I'm shivering from the cold or if I'm just that nervous, but I'm just a shaky mess.
It's
Okay,
that bulldog effect.
that bulldog effect. This one is not unisex like the other one was. um, I have way too much jewelry, and this is one that is looks brand new to me. It's I have never worn it, and um, okay, let me see if I can show it. Get in the camera, Bunny. So it's something. I wish I knew what it was called. If anyone even knows what this is called, kiss off Mike. Or if Cha Cha's here, they know. There more people know the stones and everything better than I do. But in between, I don't know if you can see, in between these black ones is like a turquoise one, but it's really pretty. It's like that long. I don't have the tape.
It is really pretty. I don't know either on the stones, but it is very pretty.
So that's the next one. And any of you men can gift it to a girl. You might make some brownie points, or yep, it can be a Christmas gift, whichever. But so that's the next one. Okay, so I'm gonna let me think of a number. Okay.
Between 1 and what? Or 0 and what?
I'll do it between 0 and 50 again. Or do you think I should go higher?
Oh, I didn't know. I was just thinking, maybe I should do 999. I don't know.
All right. Well, okay. So I'm going to put start, and then when somebody gets it, I'll put stop. Okay. Breathe. All right, y'all ready? Start guessing. I love it.
Around we go. Who will it be? Nobody knows.
Oh, stop. Look who got it.
We have a winner.
We have a winner, and it is Gigi.
Congratulations.
Hey, congrats.
Let me make sure she was the first one that, because I was watching pretty close. I mean, y'all were hitting it close, but okay. Yep. She's the first one that got 42. Congratulations, Gigi. Now, how am I going to get it to you with no mail service? And Gigi, you know how to get a hold of me.
How good at you are how good can you pilot a drone?
I have never done that, so I don't think that'll.
Can that idea?
What do you mean, no worries? What are you wanting to do? You want to gift it to someone? You want me to go again? What do you want me to do, Gigi? I don't know what you're saying. She wants it. Gigi, I have a picture that I'm supposed to send to you too that you requested. Drawn for you. No. That's not how it works. All right. Save it for now. Okay. That will go to Gigi maybe next summer. Well, it's supposed to be a Christmas present, darn it. Oh, to visit. Woohoo. That would be cool. Someone else said she might come to visit too, and I'm like, we're thinking we're leaving the Monday on a trip. We'll see. I'm gonna have to get my house in order after Christmas. I mean, really in order for these visits. Christmas in July. There you go. That's a good. Oh, but July's so hot she would die.
Ooh, good way to welcome to the South. Come in July, I promise you.
Thank you, Sean. Have a good night.
That'd be like us going up there in the middle of February.
Right? No.
What is this place? Who are these people? Have a drink. All right. So, what is y'all's favorite Christmas song? Just curious. I don't know if I could think of a favorite.
I know it's hard, isn't it?
It's tough.
Because I said two of them that I really, really like, and then
I like the Mariah Carey one everybody hates. Everybody's like, oh, this song's on again. I'm like, that's my jam. Look, I told you, Pam, Mariah Carey, everybody hates her. I don't know why.
What's the song?
All I Want for Christmas. I thought, I was like, I just wanted to know. Yeah, everybody.
All I want for Christmas.
It's been on number one for like 18 years in Christmas songs or something. Because I remember she was feuding with like Nicki Minaj, and that's one of the things she's like number one for 18 years in running or something.
You know, she gets like this was a couple years ago. I seen a statistic, but her song is played so much in rotation during Christmas. She gets like that's a crazy amount of check that she gets every Christmas just for her Christmas songs.
No wonder she loves Christmas so much. Like that's her thing. She loves Christmas. I
Yeah,
bet I would too.
Elaine, it's. I guess I understand it. Because this little drummer boy, Terry said, Mary, did you know? And that's what I was going to say. Today I heard, Mary, did you know? And I'm like, oh, wait. And it's because I love A Holy Night and Hark the Herald Angels Sing. It's the other one.
My grandma used to really like the little drummer boy. That was hers.
Yeah.
Rum-ba-bum-bum, rum-ba-bum-bum.
Silent Night. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
Rocking around the Christmas tree.
White Christmas. Angels sing announcing Christ to the shepherds. Girl Lives and Elvis Presley Christmas stuff is the best. Dean Martin.
Oh yeah.
Run
Blue Christmas.
DMC Christmas song. The Bible is to be sung, not spoken. Bing Crosby.
Of course, the one song that takes days to sing, the 12 Days of Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, it's 12 days to finish that song. Man.
I'll Be Home for Christmas. Hallelujah by Pentatonic. I love the Pentatonic. Hey, D-Dog.
There was like one of our local radio stations here. I think it was like
Take care, son.
2 weeks before Halloween. They already started their endless 24-hour cycle of Christmas songs. Man,
I love it.
that was too early, you know?
E. Charming said her least favorite is chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Yeah. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Little drummer boy. Yep. And there's so many good ones. And that's why we got to play it all month long, just to get them all in. Oh, I still have the camera.
I celebrated the Christmas spirit yesterday. I watched Die Hard.
There you go.
What about Christmas movies? My favorite is Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Sorry.
It's a classic. Shoot your eye out, kid.
I've watched that so many times. And I don't know if they still do it, but I remember like TBS would play it for 2 days. Like,
Yeah, nonstop.
Love it. I loved it. I just put that channel on. Now it's Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, Christmas movie. Love the Hallmarks. I know it sounds crazy, but have to have Hallmark through Christmas and then Christmas in July. Kids get all mad, but oh well. But a really, man, all the Hallmarks just keep coming to mind. And well, the other night, I don't know when it was. I was trying to watch It's a Wonderful Life because I really love that one.
I sent you a picture I took the other day when you mentioned the movie, was it The Christmas Story? It was a shop set up and they had one of the legs, like the leg lamp, like the dad one.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God. That's like Funniest part too, fragile sounds expensive.
Sounds expensive. Fragile. Huh.
I like the one too, the
Dennis, good to see you.
Scrooge, and what's the one where they go back and show them the
Uh,
in the past and all that
and
one's it had Bill Murray in it, the one that I
if you
remember the
wouldn't have
most.
asked me, I could have told you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a good one though. Whatever that was, Scrooged, right? They like call that was the name of the one
Yeah,
with.
that was the Bill Murray one, Scrooge. That was a good one.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Hey, Bruce. Oh, Bruce's grandma got run over by a reindeer. Blue butterflies, they'll see you. I don't know what you mean your name is off. Best Christmas movie, Bad Santa. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That was a
Yeah.
good one, Bad Santa. That was hilarious.
That's a good one.
Christmas Carol. White Christmas with Bing Crosby. Yeah, the old Christmas movies are really good. Yeah, I like that one too. What was the name of that one y'all were talking about? With
Which
the
one?
leg. With the leg.
Oh, Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story, yes. The Red Rider and all that is in it, right?
Oh yeah.
And
I
the
always liked his imagination. Like he would always imagine this crazy like the time when he was imagining his paper was the best in the class, and he it's this freaking silly over the top imagination. That shit just cracked me up.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Al.
kind of like the mind of the child, though. We kind of all had those thoughts at one time, different things.
Yeah.
The other one when he kept getting the bar of soap because he said the F word, and then he imagines it and he's all blind. He's like, it was soap whiskey. That's my favorite part. So dramatic. Trying to make his parents feel bad. That was hilarious.
Oh, Bells of St. Mary's. The Bishop's Wife. It's not I don't think it's a well-known movie because a lot of people haven't heard of it, but my best friend had. And so she and I both bought a copy of it. Hey, Steve-O, good to see you. And it's an angel. I think Rock Hudson is the angel, and he comes down to fix the preacher or priest, whatever he is, and the bishop, and their marriage is actually what he comes down to do. It's a good movie. The Grinch was trying to save Bluebill from Satanists.
Christmas, huh? Those pesky hoes. Miracle on 34th Street. That was a good one.
Yes.
Even the remake that came out, I think, when I was a kid, that was still a good one.
Yeah, I think I like that one better with the little girl, whoever she was. I think she might have played a Miss Doubtfire. Whoever she was a real cute girl.
Mrs. Doubtfire and what was it? Madeline, Matilda.
Oh man, I love Matilda. And then my daughter, second generation watched that one I feel like my grandkids are probably gonna watch that one. That was a good little movie.
Yeah.
Who was the dad? Who was the car salesman? Who was that? He was real famous.
Oh yeah, Danny DeVito.
Yeah, and his wife was the chick from Cheers. And
that was his real life wife, wasn't it?
Oh, I didn't know that. I think I did hear that before. But yeah, I was just old enough that I could remember Cheers, so I knew her as Carla already. But yeah, I thought that movie was pretty. I loved that movie as a kid. And you think about can you imagine a movie they put those kids in the chokey and all that? I don't know how well y'all remember it, but I think about that movie would not come out now. It would be it would have been a little too much. She's throwing kids by their pigtails and stuff. We got to watch all kinds of crazy stuff.
Made that one kid eat all the cake.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. That would have been horrible.
See, I was wrong about that. I thought, where did I hear that Cindy Lou in The Grinch was Avril Lavigne, but it was not. It was Taylor Momsen. But she's a
Couldn't
singer
tell you.
too. I don't know. I don't know where I got the idea.
I think Avril Lavigne's a singer.
Yes, and well, Taylor Momsen is too now. She's an
Huh.
actress and a singer.
I have to Google it.
Yeah. She was cute.
Or all the animation ones, like the Rudolphs and the Frosty the Snowman, and
Yes.
they used
Misfit.
to have like a lot of biblical ones. You remember like the like the claymations and stuff? Did y'all ever see those?
Yes.
Like the Star of Bethlehem.
Yep.
I can't remember all the names. Used to
And
always
then
watch them at my grandparents' house.
anything saved by an angel, a claim-a-thon Christmas. Home Alone. Oh yeah. That
Home
was,
Alone.
oh my gosh, that was so funny because the two men in it were even kind of looked like, hey, Red Pill, my ex-husband and his best friend. His best friend was the short, round guy, and he was, yeah, the kinky-headed.
Almost kind of look like Bert and Ernie.
Yes. And I would sit there and laugh so hard because I could so picture them doing that. They did the craziest things ever.
Wet Bandits.
Yeah. Chat's flowing. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna have to be excused for just a second. Y'all got
All
this?
right. Go
Or
ahead.
is Decola leave?
I'm in the kitchen. I'm just kind of making my easy meal, just like potato, sausage, onion in a baking dish in the oven, the easy, and so I'm chopping and stuff. So I keep muting in between so I don't make a bunch of noise. But
It's
that's
okay. We enjoy food ASMR.
That's right.
People like it. It gets them going.
Food goes good with y'all heard my daughter chopping for the stew the other
Oh,
night.
yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I just mostly was just not trying to be rude. I kept coming back and forth, hitting mute and unmute and everything. There were times like I would have something to say and I'm like, I just get sick of going back and forth. But like, I also don't want to make too much noise. See, it's bugging me, and I know it's probably not bugging anybody else, but it's bugging me. Just like the sounds of it. Like, I don't always do celery, but I thought, why not add one more thing? It's usually just potatoes, like the sausage, like Eckrich sausage, kind of
Oh,
already,
yeah.
and an onion all chopped up. I actually got it from my daughter. Like one time she made it, and I was like, man, all you do is chop it, put it in the oven, and then boom, you got a whole entire meal later. It's pretty easy. But yeah, I remember she made it one time. I was like, that is actually really good, though. It's not like just. It's not a struggle meal. It's actually good. It just easy. Even though I do love a struggle meal. Fried bologna. I was talking about that the other day. I've been missing some fried. Well, I like a fried bologna sandwich, just to remind you, It's still good.
Yeah.
I think it's still good. So, do you know how much stuff Bonnie's given away? Like, she's done 2, but she said.
I'm not sure.
Guess I'll find out when she gets back. I really thought that holster was pretty cool. Good night, ER.
Night, Eric.
Huh. Now I'm wondering what movie I have to go back. My Navy vet. There's a few like that. I did it the other day. I heard the intro. I think it was Happy Gilmore or something. I was like, that's Happy Gilmore, but I can't remember what the song is now. But if it played, I'd probably know.
Yeah, those movie songs. Yeah,
Starting out, you're like, oh, I know what that is.
yeah. As soon as you hear it, you just remember every word.
Did you hear me rambling about that Jamie Foxx special coming out on the 10th?
Oh, I didn't. I think I was probably in and out of it, but I did see some other article or something. I guess it was earlier today where he put out a statement talking about what happened when he went missing last year and all this. I hadn't read too much into it, but that would make sense.
He was saying it was gonna. I feel like that's what they're using to get people to watch the special. Is like, I'm gonna tell, I'm gonna tell, but I feel like it's gonna be clickbait. You know, like he's gonna be like, yeah, he didn't do it, but I don't know. We'll see. So people are saying that he poisoned him. That P Diddy was behind poisoning him, and he's supposedly gonna address those rumors. And it comes out the 10th on Netflix. And nobody's paying me to say this. I was actually thinking about. I don't know how to stream it. Like, I feel like it would be copyrighted, but I could probably, because I know Moonchild, we were talking, she don't have Netflix, and like some people might not that want to see it. But like
you could do it like a backstage thing, you know, like have a StreamYard link, but don't go live.
Yeah, because otherwise it's getting taken down. But I wish I could, because I know that's going to be interesting. I mean, maybe it's gonna. They're paying me. I wish. Shit, I'd still be talking about it. Actually,
It's like
excited to see
thought it
it.
was like last year when supposedly he went missing, and then he came back out. Then he released a movie called They Cloned Tyrone.
Oh yeah, there was like 2 movies.
And the whole kind of storyline behind that was pretty interesting. So I don't know.
Some people were saying vaccine insured. It was all kind of stuff. He went into like a coma. They were like real quiet about what was actually wrong. It was weird. And like then rumors started happening that Diddy had something to do with it. So once again, I feel like it may honestly be him just capitalizing on it and it had just to get people to watch the thing. Because I'm telling you, I'm sold. I'm there. I wish it would start now because I hope he does say something, you know. But there's a good chance that that's just what they're.
There's going to be hype behind it, just like when was it earlier this year when Cat Williams was going on his little tour,
awesome.
to speech.
Yep. And then and it's weird though, but you know, he said all names in 2024, all this stuff, and then boom, all this stuff came out after. Like it's like the P. Diddy thing had not happened yet when he was running it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was right before it. He was letting us know first.
The feathers were already getting ruffled per se, you know what I mean? Because for him to even be arrested, so many people's got to be questioned, you know, and certain people just getting turned loose is going back and say, hey, man, they're starting to ask questions about 2003, 2007, you know. You know, people that's scared, it don't take long. They get word of mouth or they start hearing about things quick.
Right.
Yeah.
That reminds me, like Dave Chappelle. I don't know what special it was, but I think I've seen every one of them. But he was talking about how people in Hollywood know stuff before us. And, you know, he was kind of talking about like how the Jenner or, you know, how the man became a woman, became Caitlyn. And then he goes, why the long face, Kanye? It's so sweet. But it was hysterical because we all knew, okay, because his father-in-law is about to become his mother-in-law. And like he said, they were just making jokes about, you know, we know stuff before you guys do. And it's like, it was a joke, but it was true also.
I don't wish bad on nobody, but every man that's come into them women's lives has like their whole life has just been ruined.
The Kardashians, right?
Yeah, like if you look up everybody, they've, you know, I don't follow them, but I just went on that rabbit hole one time, and it was like, oh man.
Yep.
No, weird. They're cursed.
They even Justin Bieber got around them for a little while, and then I don't know.
Hey TWC, good to see you.
Definitely not a type of energy I want to be around. That's for sure.
Right.
Wait, is Diddy dead?
What? I keep seeing weird
Oh, no.
clickbait stuff like that.
I
Couldn't
just
tell you.
Did you see something or?
Navy
No, I mean,
put
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Navy put a hashtag Diddy didn't kill himself.
Oh, he's talking like Epstein, like he's getting ahead of it. Like,
Okay.
that's what I think he means. Because I mean, it's possible. I feel like wasn't he he's in the same jail or something that Epstein was in. There's some weird. They're like setting it up for it. It wouldn't surprise me.
Supposedly he's in. I mean, I know jail's a good jail, but I mean, he's like, I guess he's like in one of the worst ones in New York.
Kiss off, you're leaving. Good night, kiss off. Darn it.
Good night, kiss off.
Yeah,
Right.
a lot of those stars. Yeah.
He was too
People
slippery.
that Hollywood calls a star really aren't too bright.
Yeah. Yeah, but I still listen to the music. I still watch the movies.
Right.
And I know, what's his name? Aaron. That one song he sing, saying how nobody listens to Bruce Springsteen anymore.
Oh yeah.
His name. My mind's a blank tonight. He's alive in jail for now. Okay. Got it. Hey, Share Bear. Good to see you. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me about Eminem.
What? I'm missing it. Oh yeah. Well, that's weird. It surprises me because he talks so much smack about him. Like, I saw a lyric the other day. He's so clever. I don't know if it's his writers or him or what, but he's like, take the extra P out of rapper. Something did he or something? It was crazy. He like incorporated.
Oh my gosh.
I messed it all up, but it was pretty cool lyric. Like he basically called Diddy if you take a P out of rapper, you get a different word, and
Yeah.
then he like word played it into P Diddy again. I don't know. I just saw it somewhere, and I was like, man, he's always. I don't like him now because he kind of got too political, but I used to love him, man, and he always was good. Like have some good lyrics. I would never argue with the guy. Have a rap song put out about me.
They're saying that the list is really, really long, but so is Epstein's. And what's come of that? I mean, the only thing they did was arrest Maxwell. Was that her name?
Yeah.
Gizem.
Let's see. I'm a broken record, but I'm still holding out hope that they do what they say. Because I'll be super disappointed if those lists don't come out. At least some of them, because that's what they're saying. That's what Kash Patel keeps saying. Both lists, the old one and the new one. So, you know, if they get in there and then they don't, it's going to be like, okay, well, they're just as corrupt because there's people on there they don't want to, tell on. It's
but
like
we've seen
telling them all, man. And
yeah,
that's the thing going on at Hollywood is that there are bidding wars, and it's crazy, but this is really happening to where people are finding out they're on these tapes, and they're like, if you pay enough money, we'll keep it from coming out. Well, that's crap. Like, they're basically, I don't know. If they're on them, then it should be, even if you can keep the video from coming out, they should still be told on. Like, yeah, they were on a video. Maybe not put the video out there, but The fact that they can buy their way out of it is crazy. Like, and that's what's happening. That's like a lot of the stars are saying that. The ones that aren't on the list are saying that's what's going on. I watched something the other day with a Baldwin, and they were sitting there casually talking about that's what's going on in Hollywood.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is, okay, they've shown us, I don't know if it's the whole list, but I've seen the list from Epstein. And so nothing done. And then Ricky Schroeder, he keeps putting up, I've seen several videos of his, and one of them, he was talking about how he was in a satanic ceremony in the room while they were doing this. I think they had him doped up or something, but he's like, I know what I saw. And so all of them coming out and telling these stories, even Roseanne, we've heard her. And it's like, but here they are. They're still going. They're still, I don't know. I don't know what more we can do to have justice done. These people are sick.
Well, I also don't know if, like, I know, well, Ellen left the country, which I feel like I actually liked her, and most people hate her. I get it 'cause she's whatever, but when you do that, it makes you look guilty. Like, like if you leave the entire country, like, what are you running from? What are you guilty of? And like a lot of them aren't really, their names are just shrinking away. Like I don't see hardly any stars in any movies. I saw that Ben Stiller did like a Christmas movie. But I mean, maybe Ben Stiller's one of them that's not on the list, because I haven't seen like the big main Hollywood famous people in anything, the Brad Pitts, all the Leonardo DiCaprio, all the big stars. So, I mean, maybe they're laying low and it just the boom hasn't happened. Because once again, I'm telling you, I'm going to be more mad than anybody if they don't put those lists out, because they're saying they're going to. And I'm like, I want to believe if somebody says they're going to do something, why wouldn't they? But it always goes that way. Oh, well, we wanted to, but this thing over here and there's some crap. But I feel like by doing that, it could change so much, start cleaning stuff. Because once they start to get all those folks, you think they're just going to go, like, they're going to start ratting other people out and say, well, I was only there because this manager and this, producer told me. And they're going to start telling on if that comes of it, if it goes to that level, it won't just be the people on the list, in my opinion. They'll drag other people down with them, and it'll kind of show you. It'll kind of put the pieces of a puzzle together right before your eyes. You'll start to see how they're linked up with each other and stuff in different ways, in my opinion. But who knows? Like I said, they may not do it, but that's what they're saying. And I actually don't know that I've ever heard Trump say it, but I've definitely heard Kash Patel say it. And supposedly he's in there too. So we'll see, I'm hopeful. Yeah. I think that's the start, but we'll see.
Here's a picture what Life shared. Let me pull it up.
This could be interesting.
It's the lump.
Oh, fragile. I thought that was pretty funny. They had a pretty cool storefront set up.
Yeah. That's cool. I know I've seen them. Yep. How do you share pictures? And Gigi, if you want to share that clip, okay. Well, both of them, Steve-O. I questioned both Natalie's accidents, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I put my sweater on and I'm still cold. It's cold.
I think they said we're supposed to be close to 70 tomorrow.
Not here. That's I wanted to go on my carriage ride and because it's raining, they're not running. What is our temperature tomorrow?
65.
Yours is? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I was wrong. See, today our high was 43 and our low is 43. I mean,
Really?
it didn't change, yes. Day and night.
That's weird.
Tomorrow our high is 63. Monday, 80. Woo. And sunny. Good day to travel.
Yeah, it's gonna be say Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is supposed to rain here.
Mm,
We'll see. Trying to pull my leg again.
just not liking this cold stuff very well. Oh no. You gotta email it to me, Gigi. I don't know what she's sending me.
Uh-oh.
It's in the 30s in North Carolina. Yeah, I watched that guy from North Carolina that's been filming, and there's a property owned by a Rosie, and because of the way the whoever is blocking everything, she's opened her property up to um, mostly single mothers with children because they had a bunch of RVs donated. So they're staying in the RVs, so they're out of the cold, and but it's going to be a long haul up there. I mean, sounds like in Georgia too.
Yeah, North Carolina, they got more damage for sure up there
Yeah,
on that mountainside and down there in the holler. Um, we had a good bit of destruction in a bunch of states, but I think they seem to be the hardest hit.
yeah, yep. Keep them in your prayers. Still praying for you, Benjamin. I hope you're doing better. Bruce.
Definitely.
It's the now sucks bad. I don't know. Let me see if it's there. Gigi says there's no copyright. I'm gonna trust her. I don't know what this is. Okay. All right. Let's see what Gigi sent. Oh, I got to mute for that.
What does that mean? It's a party favor. That was somebody you could take off the table. So you're telling me they set children? I set children on a table. Like when you go to a birthday party and they have gift bags for everybody that comes that have candy and toys in them, yep. And they set them on the table. So you're telling me at the freak off parties, mm-hmm. They put children on the table instead of gift bags, mm-hmm. And then people can do what? Take you off the table and have sex with you, even though it's against the rules to do certain things like anal sex or full house sex. Sometimes that's against the rules. Like for me, that was against the rules, but that didn't matter. That did not matter. So they come choose you off the table, do whatever they want with you, and then what happens? Then they put you back on the table. They put you back on the table for somebody else to come choose you? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I've been down that same rabbit hole, and there's like several. If you enough, they actually start corroborating each other. There's this girl that was like a dancer in a Larry, well, nicely in a Larry Flint club, and she kind of got into the scene, and she corroborates that little girl. And there's a third party, and she says she's one of the girls that lays on the table, and they ate the food off of her, and she was only 14 at the time. There's pictures of her laid out with food on top of her. And
oh my goodness.
they didn't know that she was only 14. They just kind of probably assumed if you put a naked woman on this table, it's a. But like I said, that girl there and then two others, I went down that rabbit hole, and they start to, yes, what Allie said here kind of corroborates, and you're like, holy crap. Because at first you're like, who's this girl, right? But you start to go down that rabbit hole, see the different, they start to, co-sign for each other. It's wild. I believe her.
Yeah. Well, supposedly she's named Denzel now, too.
She's what?
Named Denzel. Denzel of Washington. Denzel.
Well, I feel like that's who it was. I couldn't think of who it was. It's really gross story that I saw on these videos. I don't really want to tell it. Like, she had an accident because she had to go to the bathroom. They gave her drugs, not that one, a different one. And it made her have to go, to the bathroom. And she told him, and he had no time for that. So she goes up, this is her story, goes up on the stage, starts dancing, and then has an accident in front of everyone. And supposedly Denzel said, you guys are disgusting. You have no morals, or some kind of really comment like that. And she saw him and walked away. Yep, Obama. I feel like, I'm wondering which one. Yeah, you're talking about Allie Carter, I think, Indy. But yeah, that's how I heard about it. I don't know that if that was the Denzel one, he was grossed out and left, and probably didn't know that girl was underage either. But I don't know. That may not have been the only story, but I definitely went down that rabbit hole. And I started to be like, wow, that it's wild that even though, and nobody, like no news stations, no, it's just like these girls on YouTube being interviewed by people. And it's like I said, when they start to back each other up and know each other, it starts to be like, well, somebody should talk about this. Like these three here. One of them said that they were so messed up on their times that they wouldn't use her testimony. They wouldn't talk to her because she couldn't tell them what dates and months because she'd been locked away to where she couldn't tell night from day. And like something like that, which sounded like total BS, take her statement anyway and guess the days, fill in the blanks, at least have it written down somewhere. But they were just all in on it, I guess. It's pretty wild.
Crazy. Mm. Okay, that's not Christmas. And that was Allie Carter that was speaking. But once I heard what she was saying, I was like, oh, okay, I've heard enough. Click. That's, yeah. Yeah. That Jill went and Biden didn't. That's pretty telling. I don't think Biden's functioning right now. That's the only way I know how to say that.
Yeah, that was something that Billy was saying about Biden is like it seems like he's almost kind of doesn't care if stuff hurts the day. Like when he pardoned Hunter, like he doesn't really care if it hurts them because they did oust him. They put him out like that. And then I
Yeah.
added to that the thought, well, like when he wore the MAGA hat, because everybody wants to know why he did it. Maybe he was trying to stir the pot, like F y'all. You know what I mean? You kicked me out anyway. And, we won't, I don't know, unless he comes out and says it, we'll never know. But maybe he's a little more calculated and less bumbling than we thought, Like that may have been a big FU to them, him doing that. Possibly.
Yeah. I understand, Elaine. That a lot of people, and I think that's why there's so many up late still at night, is just I've seen so many people having trouble sleeping, only sleep for a couple hours and that's it. And I can't function like that. And so I make sure I get plenty of sleep. Try to eat good. I'm alive. I guess it's working. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's almost time for the last one, and it's the big one.
I was wondering how many you were doing.
Yeah.
I have no trouble like staying most of the time staying asleep, but I have so much trouble getting there. So that's why I'm asleep half a day away because I didn't go to sleep till I should have been waking up sometimes.
Mhm.
And I wake up and start, and that shit's depressing. But like once I'm sleeping, I usually do pretty. I'm like a pro, but I got to get there, and it's crazy. And it'll go later and later. I've been doing this for years to where I'm always trying to get back on a day shift schedule, and I'm always failing.
Sure. It just needs some loving. Oh, sweet baby. You're cold too. Let me go check the thermostat and see what's up. She's just shivering.
Okay, Benjamin. Matt Gaetz named a special prosecutor. I had not heard that. So, yeah, they made it. Everybody was all thinking like he stepped down. They knew what they were doing. They just said, well, we'll just put you somewhere else. That's kind of interesting.
And I don't know if it's the cold weather doing it, but my living room floor, when you walk through there, it just creak, 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 creak. I don't know if y'all heard it, but sorry about that. Well, I'm going to try not to go to jail, but it's a possibility. Getting really involved in these city council meetings. Not that I would go psycho on anybody or whatever, but I need
Pull
to
out that surprise from under your sundress.
do what?
I said you pull out that surprise from under your sundress. I'm just kidding. I know you wouldn't. I'm just being stupid.
No. um, and I haven't seen a sign about that, actually. I don't think they care. I don't know. But this January 7th is the next, and it's going to be a workshop. I don't know what that means. It's supposed to give us more details. So I'll be at that. I have not been to jail. Well, okay. I was told to go to the jail, and I was in front of the jail, and they told me to go home. I've been in handcuffs twice. Falsely for both. That's when the first time was when I saw how they work with the unmarked cars and the plain clothes, and all of a sudden you got 10 guns pointing at you, and it's like, whoa, what's going on here? I didn't do anything. My truck fit the description of a truck that had just robbed a store, and so they were trying to arrest me for it. And my sheriff and my chief deputy saved me. No, I've never been in an orange jumpsuit. What are these questions, TWC?
Huh. You was living the real life Bonnie and Clyde lifestyle. Wow. I had no idea.
It's
Such a renegade.
Yeah, I always seem to be, I don't know, some weird things have happened to me in my life. No, haven't been a highway crew yet. Oh, that happened to Navy vet too. Yep, in a bank robbery. I get it. And they don't believe you. I'm showing them receipts from the store I did stop at that was like 30 miles from the store that was robbed, with the time stamp and what I bought. They made me show them the donut holes that I bought. Like, I don't know what the donut holes were telling them, but they called the college I was going to make sure I was at the college. It was crazy. Yeah.
Armed and dangerous.
They want those donut holes. Yeah. No, I at that time, well, unless you call them. Okay. Well, yeah. But I wouldn't. Can we be friends?
Hmm.
Oh, wow. That's cool that he gave it back to you, Navy vet. Yeah, they don't do that around here. I think they keep it for themselves. Hard to find. You know what? And that's another thing. I have been pulled over by a deputy. It was midnight, and we wanted a midnight snack. And so we went to a convenience store, and going back home, there's stop signs, and I saw him behind me. So I made sure to sit there and count at the stop signs so that he had no reason to pull me over. And when I got to the second stop sign, he turned on his lights. And I was like, are you kidding me? And so he came up there and he said, um, is everything okay? And I said, yes, sir. And he said, where are you headed? And I said, home. Well, what are you doing out this late at night? And I'm like, does that really matter? Went to the store. Is that against the law? Okay, well, just make it home safe. Go on. I don't know. I guess it's kind of good that they're looking out that closely. You know, if somebody grabs you or something, at least they're checking. Everybody should know that universal symbol, that universal sign that you need help with your hand. How was I in cuffs? Like everybody else that gets put in cuffs. They search you. They
When I was real young, I had the cops come to my house because one of our friends had a bench warrant and had used our address for something. And, you know, I didn't know a lot about anything, and I probably screwed it all up. I probably things could have went differently. Nobody got in trouble, but I was way too compliant. Like, I'm like, you know, I let them search my house and everything because to make sure he wasn't there. But I probably should. Anyways, the point of the story, they ended up finding like a couple rolled up joints and like a rolling tray and a pack of papers or something like that. And then they're all like, well, make sure you give us everything you got. And that's how we got the joints. I think they were somewhere else. And they're like, if you give us everything you got, we won't write it up. We won't be in any trouble. You know, I actually kept a bong. And I remember it was like, it's like a movie in my head when I think back because if he would have found that, something else would have went down. And I swear he was looking on the edge of the couches and looking behind the couches. And I just started like, and blah, 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 like talking. And I swear, just like in a movie, he kind of like was looking and he kind of stopped and looked at me and started answering me and talking to me about something different. And if he'd have kept going the path he would have found a bong. And he didn't. I'll never forget that. But the funnier part was I lived right on Dixie Highway at the time in the city. And we were so young that we'd walk a lot, you know, instead of drive. We didn't even have a car, I think,
yes.
And so we were walking down the same highway that, you know, we live on. And then we found the freaking rolling tray. Like, so these cops took our rolling tray, our papers, and our joints, and they fucking didn't write it up. And so what they did, they threw the tray out the window and blazed our joints in the car, probably. Like, those cops totally smoked our weed. There's no way they didn't, you know? I'll never forget that. I was like, oh my God, they just threw it out the window. They couldn't put it into evidence if they didn't write it up, right? They just stole our weed, like for real. There's no way they didn't. I'll never forget that. So young.
Yeah.
Freaking
Happened to me one time. I was driving my buddy's car, and they just went and got some weed, and fixing to go back. Dude, I don't even know where we were going. But I was driving his car, and we got pulled over. And I'm thinking, damn, just got the weed. So, cop comes up, and he was like, I could tell you've been smoking. Don't even try to get one over on me. I was like, all right, he told me to get out, and got my license and everything, and ran it. And he said, well, you got anything on you? I said, I ain't even gonna lie. I got some weed in my pocket. He got it and everything. And make a long story short, there's something wrong with my buddy's car, so they ended up towing it. He made me dump all my weed out, stomp it out. And I'm trying to kick a few nugs, you know. I'm thinking he's fixing to let me go. I'm trying to kick a few nugs to the side. He said, nope, you got to grind it all up. Grind it all up, and I'll let you go. So I stomped it all out, and he was like, well, hope you got a ride. Just started walking the car to ride. I said, dang.
Yeah, I'll show you the universal signal. Just one sec.
Is that the finger?
No. What was I going to say? The
International symbol for help.
yes, and now that I know more, thanks to all of y'all, don't ever let them in your house unless they actually have a search warrant. I don't even think they should be allowed to search your vehicle without a warrant. But it seems to be common practice here if they smell something or...
Right. Then it's probable cause. Then you don't get that right anymore.
Right.
And that's why I said, I knew when I look back on that, I'm like, I should have just told them no. But I knew that my friend had a bench warrant. I knew that my friend wasn't there. I'm like, well, I'll just let them see. And of course, then they see like a roach in the ashtray, and then I went from there. But I feel like that's why they were like not letting anything stick to us, because it wasn't that big of a crime. And they also probably knew these guys didn't even have to let us in here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Once again, I still think they smoked our weed. So like they weren't the best cops. I mean, I don't know what else they would have done with it. They didn't throw that out, because don't you know, I'm sitting here like, wish I'd see them rolled up joints out here. When I didn't see that, I think the papers were there too. Like you could totally tell they just flung it out the window. Like, oh yeah, pretty good serve, buddy. What the hell?
And D-Dog said the warrant needs to be accompanied by an affidavit. I didn't know that. Okay. It's time for number 3. And so this is if you need help, whether you hold your hand up or you hide it behind your back, it depends on what the situation is. But you tuck your thumb in and you put your fingers down. And that's it's supposed to be SOS. Like, I need help. And
I've seen that. Right.
Yeah.
Like they should teach that. They're supposedly try to teach that to kids that aren't with their parents, right? Or a woman who could get abused by somebody she's with or something like
any
this.
woman, yes.
I've never seen it in real life, but I've seen videos.
Yeah, I saw a video not too long ago. This elderly man was walking by this couple, and the man was holding the woman pretty tight by her arm. And I don't know what alerted him. I don't know if she did something like that, but he went up and started talking to him, and the man that was with the woman, he was pulling her closer and really hanging on to her, but he took charge. The little old man, he went to town on that guy. And I was like, I love to see this.
Right. Look at this expert answer by Red Pill. If they smell weed when they pull you over, tell them it's on your clothing that you smoked earlier or somewhere else. See, I would have never thought of that. I'm like, I'm busted. Oh, well, they smelled it. That's an expert answer. I don't know if it would work depending on what kind of cop. But, I mean, they couldn't prove it, I suppose. I would have not have thought of that. I'd be like, oh, yeah, you got me. I'm an idiot.
Right.
Especially if
Well,
you're already. I mean, if you just smoked, you're probably not gonna. You might answer stupid, but if you think about it ahead of time, now we know what to say. That's a good answer. I'm too scared nowadays. I don't even want to smoke weed in a car. Like, why do it? You know what I mean? I'll smoke it when I get out of the car. I don't want to be.
yeah,
Right.
When I was a kid, it was like the thing to do. You just do it. Yeah, but duh. I feel like that's where a lot of the paranoia comes from too. You're like, you could get in trouble. Like if you just smoke it at home, there's like less paranoia. For me, anyway.
what's Indy saying? A video of it. I saw a woman signal a passing car like that because she needed help. Yeah, I've seen the. Thank you, Cheryl. So I'll tell y'all a trick. It looks like Cola's is kind of wavy naturally anyway. I don't know, but mine's pretty straight. Sometimes it just depends on the weather, I guess. And when I wash it, I just scrunch it all up and put a clip on it for it to dry like that. And then it just, I don't know. Anyway, price present number 3. Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
It's a silver coin,
Oh wow.
an ounce of silver. This is a good one. So see, y'all got to get in on it. And it's going to be between 0 and 50. And I'll put in there again when to start. Don't start yet. That's cool, Terry. I just keep a dead skunk in my car. Hey, Nancy, good to see you. All right. Ready? Go. I can hold this up here. So
I came out before you said start in here. Oh,
no, you didn't. Well, it's showing it after to me.
What's
Wait,
crazy? Somebody else guessed my same number, like at the same talk about we were pulling from the same subconscious level there or some shit. We were like seconds apart, same number.
Round and round we go. Who will win? Nobody knows.
Yeah, the trick is, I guess, to go back and see which ones are taken, but I can't prove that.
Yeah.
But now there's probably only a couple left, huh?
This is how we do it at Sheena's too. When she's giving away a Herkimer diamond or something, and somehow it's pretty close, but
man, that could be anybody though. Sheesh. This is pretty cool. This is the longest.
Wait.
Somebody get it?
Yep. Stop. All right. Let me see who that was. Of course, she's in tune with my brain. Indy is the winner.
Congratulations.
Okay, Indy. It was 34.
Yeah, I guess some 30, at least 1 or 2 30 numbers, but not 30. No, I don't know.
Never.
I did get 36. I see a couple people pick that one too. It's like Jerome Bettis. I certain numbers will come to me for certain reasons. And I still remember some old jersey numbers from football players that don't even play anymore. Just because they were like tucked away in there. Wow. Good job, Indy.
Yeah. Good job. And Indy, yep, you know how to contact me. Get your address. Yeah, you're welcome. I just wanted to give to all of y'all because you've all been here and it's Christmas time.
Awesome.
That's your first one? Cool.
I've only got one, but it's totally somebody gave it to me. It's totally got Trump's head on it.
Okay.
I admit it because that's the type of shit people be like, oh, talk shit about. But I mean, literally, he was still a president, I think, or something. It was a long time ago, and somebody just gave it to me.
Come on. Are you going to let me lift you up? Jump, then. Jump. Come on. Yeah, I'd rather you not claw my sweater, but make up your mind. Come on. You can jump that high. Come on. Shatsy. Come on. Come on. Come here.
Look, she got you trained, Bonnie. She's like, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, well, I'll pick you up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's
Aw.
eating well. This is Shatsy.
Oh,
Hey, puppy. What's up, puppy dog?
She's a scruffy looking little thing, but she's the one I inherited, and
cute.
she's a mess.
Well, now you don't have to be nervous anymore. You got done. You got your puppy.
Yep.
You can chill now.
Okay, Andy. Are you freezing? Is that what's wrong? You freezing? She's just shaking.
Stage fright.
Yeah, right along with me.
Well, Bonnie, I think I'm going to go ahead and jump down. I just wanted to, if you needed somebody to do the private chat, I just don't want to leave you up here hanging because I know you come to mind and you would do it for me. So I didn't want you to be alone. But I'm going to be in chat too.
Okay, thank you, Cola.
You're welcome.
Enjoy your meal.
Good night.
Good night. Puppy kisses. Okay, that's enough. I have a coat for her, but she doesn't like it. My mother had a whole wardrobe for her. She had a outfit for every single holiday you could think of. What are you doing? She even had a Cinco de Mayo dress. She had an outfit for every anything you could think of. She had the St. Patrick's Day, everything. She had the red, white, and blue. But I don't know what they did with all of her clothes when my daughter moved in. They're probably in one of the boxes that I'm supposed to be out there going through, but that's an after Christmas thing too. What's the nighttime temp right now? I think it's 43. Oh, my phone's going dead. Yep. I guess I could turn my camera off again. Okay. Down. And she's running away from you, TWC. Oh. Okay. Oh my goodness. So you were yelling at the TV?
Oh yeah, it was a good game.
It was.
I said, "Oh my goodness!" I said, "Please do not let this game go into overtime." It went into overtime.
Right. Gigi, it depends. January and February is usually when we have our winter, but it seems to have started earlier this year, so I don't know what January and February is going to look like.
Yeah, it's definitely cooler here than it would have normally been at this time.
Yeah. Yeah, usually Thanksgiving's pretty warm and Christmas, we've been out there just like in a light sweater, no warms up in March, April. Usually. We're having my mother's celebration of life in April because that's usually when the bluebonnets bloom, but well, that's right, Gigi.
Yeah,
You had a birthday coming up pretty darn quick. Um, Indeed. Oh, that's great. Can't complain. Yeah, Gigi's birthday is I always get it mixed up because her and Shane were a day apart. I think Gigi's is the 10th.
January.
No, of December. Is that right, Gigi, the 10th?
My mom's birthday is the end of this month.
Hey, Meat Puppet. How are you doing? We've been missing you. How's the trucking going? Yep, it's the 10th. Oh, goodness. Chocolate. Paste. Let's see if Meat Puppet wants to come up and say anything. Okay, Gabner, thank you. Good night. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here tonight. Okay, wait. That doesn't make sense. At the moment, isn't taking time off and looking for work. Am I reading that right? Right. Work. So it's slowed down that much that you're looking for work to do? I hope not. You would think it would be really busy right now with the truckers. Oh, fire. I'm so sorry to hear that, Meat Puppet. Dang it. Not this time of year. It's I'd really like to talk to you, Meat Puppet. If you can come up. I want to know if it's because of all the new people that they're hiring. You know, I have questions. I don't think that was an accident, Indy. I don't know. I don't know who did it. I think it was Red Pill. I don't know. I missed it. Night, Jen. God bless you and have a good night.
Night, Jim.
Well, this will probably be a short one tonight. I thought Saturday night everybody would be looking for somewhere to go, but maybe somebody's live.
Where everybody's at?
I don't know. Or the cold makes you tired. Just
See.
I understand, Red Pill. Thank you. Oh, it didn't matter. I'm sure it was. I trust my mods. All of y'all. There he is. Hey, Meat Puppet.
Okay, so what be your questions?
So was this because of all the new people that they're hiring, or?
Nope. They were just being, to put it bluntly, they were just being assholes and looking for a reason to get rid of me. I mean, for the most part, the company treated me pretty good. But I was just under the 2-year mark. Just a few months out from 2 years.
Uh-huh.
And a couple of weeks back, they just decided that they found their excuse they were looking for, had me clean out my truck, and said, "You're fired." Said, "You can come back in 6 months if you want, but for now, you're fired."
Dang it. And just recent, like,
Yeah, like November 19th, so about 3 weeks ago ish. I'm on unemployment right now until I can find another company to go to or get something
yeah,
local, like driving a garbage truck or something.
yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. Dang it.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it.
It wasn't because the production's down or anything.
No. Production levels are about the same as they have been for the last 4 years. You know, they're not what they were before COVID, but they're not as slow as what they were in COVID either.
Right. And not as low as what they were saying it was going to be.
No, at least not right now. Now, that certainly could change, but at least for right now.
And um, just a side note, y'all keep your eyes on Damascus and Syria.
Yeah, that seems to be heating up over there.
Mm. For some reason. Red Pill said, what was the reasoning?
For what? Me losing my job?
I think so.
Well, if they're referring to me losing my job, there basically wasn't one. At least none that made sense to me, anyway. Because
Yeah.
the state I live in is Illinois, so Illinois is an at-will employment state. They can fire you for any reason or no reason.
Yeah. Dang it.
They were just looking for an excuse, and 3 weeks ago they found whatever excuse they were looking for, and so.
And Kim's asking, hey, Kim, do your employers have to give you 3 warnings before firing?
No, that's why I said it's an at-will employment. They can fire you at any time for any reason or no reason. So, like my current case of what just happened, I was delivering a load, came across the scale. They did a random inspection. I turned in my paperwork. The following Monday, a few days later, they called me in and said, "Hey, you're fired. Here's your paperwork. Good luck."
Uh-oh. Isn't that what life? Thank you. Unless you just lost.
No, it was just one of those things that it was just a random inspection, and the DOT guy didn't assign any points or any fees or nothing, and just said, "Here's your paperwork. Slide your tandems and go on down the road." Yes, sir.
Dang it. I am really sorry to hear that. Right at the holidays.
Well, I was planning on taking the 24th through almost New Year's Eve off anyway. So I don't necessarily want to be off work until all the way until New Year's, but if it takes me a little longer and I get a few extra weeks off, then my unemployment can get me by until then.
Yeah.
If need be, but I'd rather I'm just one of those guys that I'm so used to working all the time. After 2 weeks is nice, 2 or 3 weeks off is nice, but by week 3 or 4, I'm like, okay, look, I need to get back to work. This is boring.
They're crazy. Yep. I understand.
I don't know. Once I get to retirement, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with myself.
Did they give you any severance pay or?
No. I mean, I still had whatever whatever hours I worked, because they pay 1 week behind. So you work like this week, and then you get paid next week for this week. So
Right.
there was a week or two behind. I had 2 final checks, and then my unemployment kicked in. I think it was Friday. So I mean, I can somewhat get by, but I've been already started to look at a few different places and talk to a buddy of mine who's a driver about a few possible companies to go to. But
Yeah. And so, what about your health insurance? Do you have health insurance through them? Does it?
I did, but because of a snafu, it had lapsed, and I had literally the week before they fired me. I was getting ready to. It was open enrollment, so I was getting ready to reinstate the benefits because of a clerical error, more or less. That initially, through most of the year, had caused a lapse in my insurance.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
that's
That's
just how it goes.
had a boss that um, had me train his sister to take my place. And
Sounds about right.
he said, well, since it went this way, I'll go ahead and keep your insurance active for another month so you can get in and get everything checked out. And I was like, okay, go.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have any insurance? And I said, wow, thanks.
Oh, where'd what's her face go? They decided to get down.
Yeah, Cola was cooking supper and
Ah, okay.
eating, and wildlife does that.
Yeah, I won't be up too much longer myself, but
Oh, okay. Well,
I figured since you asked me to come up and you had questions, I figured I'd take a few minutes. I was waiting for my buddy to finish up something and come on
yeah,
and
I get that.
chit chat for a minute or two.
Yeah, yeah.
Red pill unemployment. In this case, I think it's about 70%, maybe a little higher, because they told me I think I can collect almost 16,000 for the just under 2 years I worked as a driver for this current company. So I'll be making just over half of what I was taking home every week. So I'd say somewhere probably closer to 60%, maybe not quite 70, just depends on the state.
Yeah. Goodness. I can't remember what ours.
Well, it varies from state to state,
Yes.
uh, but typically between 50 and 70%, you could safely assume no matter what state you're in is more or less what you would be.
Yeah. Seems like one of my kids, I made them do that just to uh, get back at the boss, kind of. And
Right. Yeah.
it was about 50%. But
Yeah. Like I said, it varies from place to place, but in this case, I was about due for some vacation time anyway, and so
yeah, well, that's
as
good.
as unfortunate as it is, I was willing to stay at that company for another 20 or 30 years so I could retire, but seems like every time I find a company that's I think it's halfway decent that I could stay with for 20 or 30 years, they find an excuse to get rid of me after about 2 years.
Is that about the time for a raise or?
Well, you got to think. The last 4 years I've worked for 2 different companies,
Mhm.
and each company right about the 2 year mark decided to get rid of me. Now, I've got, as of October this year, 10 years driving and with trucking.
Yeah,
And so even 2 years ago, I still had 8 years, so I've got enough experience for most places with my good record.
Yeah.
and experience will have to pay up and pay me a little bit more. So, sure, they'll keep you on for a while, but most places will, after a while, if things get tight, you're one of the first ones they look to get rid of because you cost more to pay.
Yep.
Whereas a younger driver with not as much experience, they can get away with paying them less money.
Right. It sucks. Huh.
Yeah, it does, but like I said, ain't nothing I can do about it. So
I saw that um oh, I can't remember what he went by. He was one of the truckers up at DC that everybody was following like crazy. And um seems like they did that to him also. And he said, well, needed to
hey,
spend some time on the ranch anyway. And
well, yeah, it's just one of those things that it's an industry standard, unfortunately.
yeah,
I mean, sure, you'll occasionally you'll find drivers who have been at the same company for 20, 30, 40 years. But that's very rare. That's not common at all.
yeah, darn it.
But
Hmm.
yeah.
Do you truck drivers have strict rules like logbooks for time traveled and rest time? Just curious.
Yes. Yeah, basically, Kim, how it works with most drivers who drive more than 150 miles from wherever their home terminal is, and that's air miles. Um, you're limited to 11 hours driving. You cannot work more than 14 in one day without a 10-hour break, and you're limited to 70 hours over 8 days. The only exception to that rule, those rules, are people who stay within 150 air miles of their home terminal and bull haulers.
Well, you definitely surpassed that because I know you've been to Dallas.
Oh, yeah, no, I was on regular electronic logs, which are uh, on a tablet in the truck instead of paper. Although we do carry paper logs for backups in case something goes wrong, so we can still keep track of our hours.
Yep.
So, yeah, no, they don't write anything down anymore.
But you're always working pretty late.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the day and when the load had to be delivered, I would drive most days anywhere between 6 a.m. and 10, 11 p.m., just depending on how far I had to drive and where I had to go.
Yep. Yeah, because you would come up when you were parking for the night and
Yep. And I usually fall asleep in the truck talking to you guys.
no problem. I hear a lot of people fall asleep here.
Well, it happens, especially someone doing what I do.
Yeah, and well, and that's uh, Carl was live one night, all night. It was a pretty long one. Just
Yeah.
it was like 30 hours, and I fell asleep. And then I was live, and they were continuing talking, and I just conked.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I popped in and out a few times, and then went to bed and popped in the morning. You were still sleeping, and we were talking about you checking for holes in your eyelids.
Oh yeah, that was Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was planning on going live that night for anyone who didn't have a place to go for Thanksgiving because we weren't doing ours till Saturday, and I know that there's a lot of people that didn't, and
Right.
but I didn't expect it to be from the night before continued through the night.
Well, I mean, sometimes that's just the way it goes.
Yep. Oh well.
But yeah. So anyway, as much as I'd love to sit here all night and chit chat, I got some other things I got to do. So I'm gonna hop down and disappear. But it was good chit chatting with you for a few minutes.
Well, I appreciate you coming up, Meat Puppet. It was good to see you again.
Oh yeah, I'll be lurking around somewhere.
All right. You take care.
Yep.
Have a
Bye.
Merry Christmas if I don't see you.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to you too.
Good night. All right, y'all. What y'all want to do now? Some Christmas songs. What do we do now? They do have to deal with some crazies, Kim. Our truckers are what keeps us alive. They're the ones that bring in the product that we buy. Definitely appreciate our truckers. Yeah, I remember seeing the logbooks. We have a trucking company here, and he's pretty strict. Um, I don't know if it's a Texas law, but I think it's a company law that they can't go on the farm roads, the narrow 2-lane roads. They're not supposed to use those. They're supposed to stay on the highways. And um, one of his drivers broke down or something on one of the farm roads. And so he was out there with him, and one of his other trucks went by, and he got him on the radio, and I think both of them got fired for being on that road. Thank you, Cheryl. I wish I could have stayed up too, but I can't do that like Carl does. I just, no. I used to could. We would, oh my goodness, we would be up all night long watching the sun come up, but I don't know if it's just I think there is such a thing as mental exhaustion, emotional exhaustion, something like that. And I think that's what happened because this has been a trying year. Oh my goodness, Echo. No, I can't even think of swimming. Well, I turn on that shower and I'm like all the way hot, and then I just start creeping the cold in. It's warmer than I usually have it because during the summer it's almost all cold, but we always thought my bathroom was haunted, my bathroom and closet, because it's always cold in there. Yeah, I wish the video could have stayed up too, but oh well. YouTube has its rules. And that's Carl had said, usually if it's over 12 hours, they'll put the 12 hours up, the first 12, but I haven't seen it. I don't know if it, well, I haven't even looked to see if it came back. I have no idea. Yeah. We all deal with a lot of crazy people on the road. I've been hearing so many sirens today. The roads are wet and they are slick here. And people don't slow down. So weekends we try not to travel very far because of the way they drive. There was one time we were pulling up to a red light and we were kind of back. I was going slower than most of the traffic, and they just flew up there to that red light and stopped really quick. And all three, it was a 3-lane, all three of those vehicles were bouncing off of each other. And I said, see, you see, this is because I was getting griped at for driving slow. And said, this is why I drive slow. I wasn't in that pileup. A scorcher there today. Really? Kim, where are you at that it's so warm? It sure isn't here. Let me see. Seems like, let's see. What did I save? Okay, we don't want that. Don't want that. I already gave you all that. Clean fireplace. No. Abandoned. Hmm. I could have sworn I saved something from Indies last night that I really liked. I don't think it was a Christmas song then. Oh, Australia. Well, that's where I need to go during the winter. I can't believe that. This is the first week of summer in Australia. Goodness. I would love that. If only I could fly. Can't do it. All right, y'all. Well, I guess I'll just go ahead and close this one up. I just, yep. I understand, Red Pill. You have a good night. God bless you, and thank you for coming. Thank all of y'all for being here. Just wanted to give some gifts and congratulations to the 3 that won. Stands Alone, Gigi, and Indy. Hope y'all enjoy them. Yeah, that's the problem, Kim. Yes, I've always wondered what it'd be like if they knocked me out like they used to Mr. T on whatever that show was. But supposedly, once I woke up, I would be in full panic mode. I don't know. I haven't tried that. All right, I'm going to close this one up. Y'all have a good night. Get some rest. God bless y'all. See you next time. Much love.